Hey, welcome back, guys. So today on this video, we are talking about EverWebinar, and more specifically, I'm going to quickly answer a question I keep getting a lot on my other video, and that is, how do you automate the chat box in your EverWebinar? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off, guys, real quick video, not too many steps involved, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. But why would you want to automate your chat box in your EverWebinar anyways? Well, that's pretty easy. If you're running an online business doing webinars, especially evergreen automated webinars, oftentimes the viewers want to send you a message or ask a question, and with EverWebinar, you can automate all of that. Whatever the case is, it's a pretty easy process. It's handled here in your webinar dashboard. Check my video description. I'll try to leave the written instructions there as well. But I've already logged into my EverWebinar, and this is the home screen. Now here on the home screen, if you want to automate your chat box for a webinar, here on the left side, click on webinars. Once you do that, you're going to see all the webinars you're currently running. You can see I have these two. Choose the one that you want to automate the chat box for. So for example, this one right here, and just click on the edit button. Once you do that, you'll see all these bubbles in blue here at the top, and you want to click on live. It looks like a play button. Okay, once you do that, you'll see these 5 options, and you want to look for this one, live chat box. Go ahead and click on the pencil icon. Okay, so here is how you can go ahead and your EverWebinar chat box. So you have these 3 options. Disable chat, that means that no one can send you a message, and they also cannot chat in the box. They're not going to be able to, it's going to say it's disabled basically. And then the next one is you're going to turn on these 2. So if you only want to receive one way questions from your viewers so they can send you a message, click right here. So no one else is going to be able to see the messages. What's going to happen is they're going to ask a question in this little box as you see on this image. And once they send it, it's going to go to your email address that you put in right here. So just type in whatever email address you want to see those questions for. And then finally, the coolest feature is this one right here, enable live chat. Okay, once you click there, you're going to see chats enabled on the webinar, and then you can see all these text lines. So once you turn that on, you have to adjust these options down here. Next to one of these options, you can click on this question mark. So for this one right here, allow attendees to see each other's. So this one, you're going to need to moderate it. So I would only turn this on if you're going to be running your evergreen webinar, but you're in the back managing the chat yourself. So you can turn that on if you want. For me personally, I like to take in the comments. So I'm going to save this one or save real comments from real attendees. And then that way, when someone starts messaging in the chat, I can go ahead and review it and then approve it to show up on future evergreen webinars that I run through here. So you do have the option to approve it or decline it. If you approve it, it's going to show up in future runs of your webinar. And then this is a pretty cool feature right here. So generally what happens is if somebody sends me a message and it doesn't make it into the chat, it will add it in as a comment. So let's say that right when the webinar starts, 15 seconds in, somebody named Billy, type Billy, and you can click right here. You can choose, are they an attendee or an admin? So you're basically adding in comments that you've gotten before, but you're just manually adding it in. So maybe Billy at the 15-second mark wrote me a message. I am happy to be in this webinar. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add it. So now what's going to happen is anybody who sees my evergreen webinar, they're going to see Billy hop in at the 15-second mark right here and say, hello, I'm happy to be in this webinar. So then what I would do is normally I would respond. So at 15 seconds, let's say 5 seconds later. So at the 20-second mark, I'm going to enter my name, Anthony, and then I'll change my role, admin, and then I'll say, hi, Billy, nice to see you here again. Are you finally going to buy? Okay. So now we're just going to click on add. So now you can see we have a little conversation going on. So Billy jumped in at 15 seconds. Hello, I'm happy to be in this webinar. And then 5 seconds later, I jump in and say, hi, Billy, nice to see you here again. Are you finally going to buy? So that way, anyone who shows up to my EverWebinar in the future, they're going to see this little conversation that me and Billy have going on. So usually I'm not going to really add any comments in here that someone didn't message. Also, if I know there's certain questions at a certain time in the webinar, I might go ahead and draft a question here so I can respond to it in the chat. So there you have it, guys. If you're wondering how to automate the chat box in your EverWebinar, that's the easiest way I know how to do it. If you know an easier way, be sure to leave a comment below. Let the rest of us know how you did it. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.